Okay. Hello, everybody. Krista Barker, Jamarco. Psychic Soul Senses here. And before I go any further with my new video series I've been doing, it's about the law of one. It's about coming back to Christ. It's also about forbidden knowledge. It's about knowledge that's been lost to us. The ways that we have been strayed away from Christ and God, and the actions that have been taken. It's also about our mythologies. It's about our philosophies, things that were told to us that weren't supposedly that are not real, but are real. Like, for instance, does anyone remember when you were saved as a child? Like, I grew up Catholic, okay, but I went to, like, Baptist churches because my mom is Baptist, my dad's Catholic. So there were times that I would go to a Baptist church. Now, I've always had things happen to me in my life that were unusual. Like my brother, he was handicapped and he couldn't walk or talk. And I had actually found out something about him before he died. I found out that he was dying, and I told my mom about it, and it caused a lot of issues because after he passed, I was 8 years old when he passed away. And after he passed, my mom was like, "How did you know?" And she was mad about it. I've done other things throughout my life, like astro project, and I thought everybody did that. I thought every kid astro projected. I couldn't play on the trampoline when I was little because if I fell asleep on it, I fell through, and I thought there was a hole in the trampoline. But it wasn't. It was my light body. We all have a light body. So that brings me back to, you remember when you were first introduced to Christ and the feeling that you have in your heart, that feeling of spirit, of soul that you had gained from being saved or finding Christ. That's the feelings and the things that we're going to be talking about, because preachers don't teach you this. The religious system is set up to teach you to go outside of yourself. So a preacher's not going to tell you that you can listen to your own heart frequency and your own heart vibrations and connect to a higher self, a higher source, God. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that is witchcraft. They're going to tell you that is wrong. And it's not. So what had happened to me was, even though I grew up with a deep religious history or upbringing, I never really believed in God because I couldn't understand how come we were supposed to love a fearful God. A God that will smite you, that will make you burn in hell forever. And then, we're supposed to trust that God. We're supposed to... I'm a flawed person, and I was scared of God. But when I grew up and I lost my husband, my first husband, when he died, he came to me. And it was like I had a seizure. It was like when he showed up, I felt someone touch me, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to tell my kids, because he lives in Texas. I was trying to figure out how to tell my kids that their dad had killed himself. And as I'm looking out the window having these feelings, someone walks up to me and touches me, and I could hear them walking. I could feel their touch, and when I turn around, no one's there. And I fell to the floor, and it was like I was seeing all this stuff come to me. I was seeing his house. I was seeing his car. I was seeing him get pulled over. I was seeing everything that led up to him killing himself, and then I could understand why he did it. But the first thing I had thought was, why are you here? I thought, because it had just happened, I thought he would be in hell. I was always taught there was a hell, and if you killed yourself, you go straight to hell. But he wasn't. He was right there telling me, Krista, you need to go back and relearn history. You need to go back and relearn all about us, all about religion, and figure it out for yourself. Now, he was the second person that came to me. After my brother died, my brother came to me, and I was 8 years old, and I remember him walking into the room and him telling me, because I sat up in the bed crying, and I was amazed because he was walking and he never could walk. So here he is walking to me, and I'm like, wow, like, you're walking, Bubby, and you look so good. And he was a tall man and big, and he was like, it's okay. I'll always be with you. You don't have to cry. And it was amazing. And my dad woke me up. I was hugging him, and then he was gone. And my dad woke me up because he heard me crying from the other room. And my dad knew what was going on. His father had communicated with his brothers when his brothers passed. And so now I'm getting this gift, and this is what I seem to be doing. And it was weird. It was really weird. But my mom was mad after my brother died. And so when stuff would happen spiritually, she would, hey, you're crazy. Don't be talking about that stuff. They're going to take you away from me. Because that's how we were programmed to believe that all that stuff is crazy. Yet, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that have had out-of-body experiences and experiences like I have had. So if I'm crazy, everybody else is too. So when Mike came to me and he told me this stuff, it started to spark something in me. I was 38 when he passed away, when he did this. So it was starting to spark something in me to know that what I had pushed away, my adult life. I mean, I've read cards. Of course, I'm a card reader. I'm a good card reader. And I'm very good with energy. I can feel a room. I can tell if I'm going to be liked, if I'm not going to like people. I can tell in about 30 seconds whether you're going to be honest with me or not. I can tell people's soul. In fact, when you look in someone's eyes, you can tell where they are on their soul journey. You can tell even if they have a soul. Well, when my second husband died, he came to me. Now, this was a little bit different because I had communicated with God before that. And I thought that I was losing my mind because I first heard a woman's voice. And I thought, wow, God's a woman. Like, I knew it. I knew God's a woman. But then I found out that God is both. God is both male and female, and He is an essence. It is an essence of love, like the strongest love frequency that you've ever felt in your life. That is God. And we don't feel that way on earth. We're starting to. People are starting to wake up and understand that their heart frequency is leading them. That heart frequency that we have been taught not to listen to is actually God. So I was guided to pray for him on life support. Actually, it was a meditation because you use visualization, and we were supposed to be doing this all along. You're supposed to pull as much love as you can from our Creator, and you imagine it coming down through you and through the person that you want to heal, or that you want to be able to cross over the right way, okay? Because once you go over, you ascend. But the problem is here, we've been split. we've been split so many times from reincarnation that we have forgotten how to get back to God. And we are easily programmed because of those splits. And a lot of the stuff I'm going to cover covers that. It covers how a traumatic experience can either help us grow or it will split us and leave us to be able to be controlled. And so that's why I wanted to shoot this video real quick and talk to you guys about some of the stuff, because like when I did those prayers every day for 3 times a day for 7 days, and then when I went to his funeral, he came to me and he told me the stuff that God had told me. And then he told me that things were going to be changing and that the world was going to be changing, and that I had to do exactly what my first husband had said, relearn everything. But this time he said I needed to teach what I learned. And it took me a couple of years to unpack everything that he had shown me and taught me. And the thing is, guys, I smoke marijuana, but that's it. Like, that's all I do. And the stuff that was happening to me made me wonder if the weed I was smoking was causing that. But the feelings inside me showed me different. When God was sitting there telling me, now listen to your heart, ask questions and listen to your heart. So I would fill my heart full of love, and then I would ask, is this what I should be doing? And if I would feel the loving frequency come back to me, then I knew I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. If I felt like the gut feeling like, then I shouldn't be doing that, or I shouldn't be learning that. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff that we're going to be getting into is going to be talking about that stuff. Okay? I wanted to get into this. Listen, we're going to be talking about galactic wars. We're going to be talking about Anunnaki beings from other planets. We're going to be talking about the very first human that was put on this earth, which was a Sephron, and how they were the balanced original human. And this information can be found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can find it in the Nag Hammadi scriptures. You can find it in the Popol Vuh. There are a lot of ancient religious books that tell more truth about how to get to God than the books that we have now. The books that we have now are just little bits and pieces, and they're retold stories from over a 250,000 year cycle, which is what's ending. Our cycle is ending, and everything that God creates goes back to Him willingly. Okay? And the thing is, our earth has been taken over by other entities. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And I know I'm not crazy, because the government has even admitted that there are alien beings. But no one was paying attention because the Amber Heard trial was going on. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. See, and that's how they do stuff. You know, get you onto something that you're interested in that will keep your attention, and then they'll announce something important. Like, hey, you were right, guys, there's been aliens all along, no big deal. But you ain't caring because you're watching something else. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys this stuff. My cat's about to take over. Him Sonny, him want love. Him found Jesus too. Yes, him did. Him found Jesus. Anyways, so I wanted to say this. My interview with Chili never worked out. He's challenged me to it, but stuff keeps happening. So, if I do ever get that interview out, I will let you guys know. I do have a lot of questions, And also, I have other questions that have nothing to do with the drama that people want to be keeping him in. I actually want to know more about when he found Christ, because to me that was very interesting that he knows that God is in everything. And that's something that you learn when you start feeling frequency, when you start feeling vibration. You know, guys, the people that go and camp out in the woods all summer, the flower people, they knew what they were doing, because you can touch a tree, you can feel your heart full of love, and you can touch a tree, and you will get a vibration back from that tree. Everything has the living essence of Christ in it, of God in it, and that is found in the Bible, and that is something that we all need to get in touch with, because that's how you get back to God. I'm just saying. And I think that this is important. We're in a time where we're in Revelations. That's all there is to it. And I feel like the truth has been hidden from us, and I get my information from source, so I'm going to spread that information. Anyways, I will look better for you guys. I've been cleaning house. I've been swimming. My hair's a mess. And I'll get that next video out. It's very, very, very interesting. It's very good. It starts talking about the energy, and it starts communicating about, you know, the things that Jesus taught. The Living Chronicles of Jesus. That's another one that's found with the Dead Sea Scrolls. Check it out. People were not reading the right information. We're getting stuck on that Bible, and the Bible doesn't tell us everything. But if you connect to God in here, and you start feeling that vibration, you won't have to worry about a book. The information will come to you, just like it came to me. All the stuff I'm going to start teaching you and showing you, I was already told. But I'm finding the proof of it now. I'm finding out that other people were told the same thing. I'm finding out that what I was told is the truth. And I was told to share it. I was told to write my book and share what I learned. So that's what I'm going to do. There's other great channels, too, that talk about what I talk about. And you should check some of them out. Like Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge. That's really good. I love him. We communicate a lot. So maybe I'll try to get an interview with him. I bet you I could. Alright, guys. I'm sure I could interview Rex Sparrow, too. I bet you I could. Alright, guys. Anyways, you guys have a good day. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. I know I did. I spent it with my family. That's why I haven't been posting. But everybody have a great time, and I will communicate with you guys later.